There was a forest where many animals lived together. Among them lived a wise turtle named Toto, with his wife, Somi, and 2 kids, Kiki and Nona. Toto was kind and full of wisdom. The animals respected him a lot, and often came to him for advice. But a rabbit named Roni was jealous of Toto. He also tried to give advice to others, but his advice always brought trouble. So, the animals stopped listening to him. Roni's wife, Ruby, didn't like his attitude, but she couldn't change him. Their 2 children, Remy and Ishi, loved him and always said their father was great. One evening, Mr. Elo the elephant and Mrs. Seebe the zebra were standing near Toto. Roni was there too, watching silently. Mrs. Seebe asked worriedly,
Toto, my son has a fever. What should I do?
Toto smiled gently and said,
Don't worry, Zeebe. Give him fresh water and let him sleep. Fever goes away with rest.
Mrs. Seebe thanked him warmly.
Thank you, Toto.
Roni couldn't bear it. He interrupted.
Put him in the sun. The fever will go away.
Mr. Elo scolded him.
Roni, stop. Your advice always causes harm. Let Toto speak.
Roni made a face and walked away angrily. The dinner table was full. Carrots, corn, and lettuce. Ruby noticed Roni's mood and asked softly,
What happened? You look upset.
Roni frowned and spoke.
Everyone respects Toto. No one listens to me.
Ruby smiled gently and said,
Toto gives wise advice, dear. Remember when Ishi's throat was hurting? I used his tip. Warm honey water. And it worked.
Roni frowned again and spoke.
You always praise that slow turtle.
Ruby smiled.
Because he's wise, Roni. Wisdom isn't about speed.
Remy and Ishi were busy eating. They were used to this talk. The next afternoon, Toto met Roni on the way. Roni grinned and said teasingly,
Hey, slow coach. You can give advice. But can you beat me in a race?
Toto smiled and said,
Brother, I don't go around giving advice. Everyone comes to me by themselves. But fine. I accept your challenge.
Roni smiled in a teasing way and said,
Done. We'll race.
Then both of them headed toward their homes. That evening, Toto told Somi about the challenge. Somi asked worriedly,
You know we're slow. Why did you accept that challenge?
Toto smiled softly and said,
What could I do?
Their kids, Kiki and Nona, looked at each other quietly. Nona whispered,
Dad will lose.
Kiki nodded sadly. Roni told Ruby about the race competition. She frowned and said,
You shouldn't have done this. He has always helped us.
But Roni just shrugged, while Ishi and Remy started jumping with joy. Soon the news spread, and Mr. ELO announced the competition. The next morning, animals gathered along the forest path. Mr. ELO stood tall as the referee and shouted,
Ready, set, go!
Roni ran fast, while Toto moved slowly. Ishi shouted excitedly, Our dad will win! While Ruby whispered,
Bless you, brother.
As Roni raced ahead, he noticed some carrots by the path. He licked his lips and muttered,
I'll eat a few. That slow turtle is far behind.
He ate until he was full, yawned, lay down, and soon fell asleep. In the evening, Toto quietly passed by the sleeping Roni. He was surprised.
Roni, sleeping?
Then he kept walking. When Roni woke up, the sky was turning dark. He gasped.
Oh no! I overslept.
He ran as fast as he could. But when he reached the end, Toto was already smiling among the cheering animals. Mr. ELO smiled and said,
Congratulations, Toto.
Ruby shook her head and walked towards Toto. Ishi cried, Dad! Where were you? Rishi said sadly,
You lost. Uncle Toto won.
Roni's face fell. He stepped forward, bowed slightly, and said softly,
Brother, I was wrong. I shouldn't have challenged you.
Toto smiled kindly.
I always saw you as my brother.
They hugged as the crowd clapped. Ruby smiled and said,
Maybe now my husband will learn to give better advice.
Mr. ELO laughed loudly.
Or better, he'll just take Toto's.
The forest echoed with laughter. Moral: wisdom and patience win over pride and speed.